bugs are coming. But not in peace. Jet Force Gemini. Control 3 futuristic characters. Grab some heavy artillery. Then splatter 120 levels of superbugs in this sci-fi struggle for survival. Only on N64.
That's true.
Oh. All those words are true.
They didn't go anywhere else besides there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not even Microsoft got it.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you all doing here? Oh, that's right. You're here to check out Play Retro, a show where we talk about old video games. And I'm one of your hosts, Scott Johnson. And I see that Juno and Vela are up to no good per usual. Good thing Lupus is here to walk on lava like a good boy.
Oh.
Also, give me that tri-rocket launcher. I would like to lay waste to these drones in a non-linear way. Pew pew. Now take that. Sorry. Now take Lupus out to pee. Lupus is a dog, in case it's confusing.
Yeah, you got Lupus.
Yeah.
You got the Lupus. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm your other host, Brian Dunaway, and if you ever find yourself asking the rare question of, do my sympathies lie more on the side of giant alien ant invaders, or do they rest more with cuddly teddy bear alien tribal critter things? Well, my friends, you have come across the timeless question of, hey, wait, are we the bad guys? Dang it, Floyd! You made me kill another tribal. Oh. Stupid droid, the Floyd, Floyd the droid.
It's kind of a butthole.
Yeah. But at least he didn't have lupus.
No, he didn't have lupus. The dog
lupus.
or the disease. Jet Force Gemini is today's subject. It is an N64 classic by Rare Entertainment, who at the time were pretty closely tied to Nintendo financially. They are now a Microsoft entity, and as far as I know, outside of the Rare Replay collection, this never went anywhere else but the N64. No sequels, no nothing.
No sequels. They wanted one. It was actually, we can talk about this very shortly, but there was a Game Boy Color prototype that was found back in the early 2000s, I believe, that was almost fully functional. I'm not sure if anything is a dump out there on that, but but other than that, no. It was a Game Boy Advance. I think it might have been Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
No, it was Game Boy Color? No, I think it was Game Boy Color.
I mean, Game Boy Color was...
I'll have to look at my notes.
The simultaneous handheld releases when you had a lot of N64 things happening was the Game Boy Color. So probably, right?
Right.
Game Boy Color's where I played my Mario Golf.
Mario.
Like a wild man. I love that game.
Oh.
It was so good. I still play it now.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, right this second. Goodbye, everybody. We're done
right now, dude.
Oh, right. We got a podcast. All right. Here's a couple things before we get started, though. We'd like to talk about what we got to this week. And I have already tried some retro things with my favorite new toy, the Valve Steam Controller 2.
Ooh, that is so sexy.
The 2.0. This is their new one, and they were very hard to get. They were gone in 30 minutes if you tried to buy them online.
Gone in 30 minutes.
Yeah, great.
That's a great movie.
Temu version of a Nicolas Cage
That is a
movie.
much slower Nicolas Cage movie.
Yep, it can only go 30 seconds. But anyway, this thing is rad. I really like it. I'll be honest, I was a little concerned. Oh, a quick shout out. So Ozymandias, who I don't think is in the chat.
Aw, Ozymandias.
He is the one that procured the extra one. He got him one, and he grabbed a second because he figured somebody somewhere is going to need it.
And not a third. You jerk.
And not a third for Brian. But I took advantage of that. He's a local. So, Brian's got the old one. Let's do my old one's over there somewhere. I don't know where I put it. The old one's garbage. The new one is
I can hear you.
I can hear you. The new one is very good. It is basically a Steam Deck without the deck. You've got the pads here. You got these new sticks, which are supposed to be some fancy new kind of like high precision thing with no drift. And your adjustable triggers. You got your buttons on the bottom stuff down here, which a lot of these new controllers are doing. Yeah. You can hop directly. You can wake a PC if that's how you're using it. Right now, I am.
Wake up.
Steam Machine will probably be a very similar experience. But anyway, you can wake your PC, and it will automatically launch Steam into big picture mode. So you're just kind of using it as a controller, or as a console. If that's how you want to do it, you don't have to use it any way you want. The other thing I really like about it is if you cannot be bothered to grab your mouse and move a mouse around for something you might need on the main menu or something, you just hold down this little 3-dot menu here, and then your stick is now a mouse. in Windows and any whatever OS you're in. You just move
Does that
around.
disable the touchpad thing? Because that's how I usually use my other one. When
You
I'm in
probably can.
Linux,
Actually, I haven't tried. I'm guessing if
it's like a laptop touchpad. So I'm assuming
if I held it
move
down,
around.
that button, I'll bet it would just use that too. I just didn't try.
But that's pretty cool though. The stick is kind of neat.
Yeah.
The analog stick.
Yeah, it
Good
works
control.
really well, especially if you're just in a little pinch to hit OK or yes, it's okay to install, whatever Microsoft bullshit they're trying to install.
Yeah.
Been very, very happy with it so far. Feels real good, nice grip. Again, based a lot on the Steam Deck, which I am used to using a lot, so this just kind of naturally feels like that. I think that they've got something good here, and they've got them back up for pre-order again, but they're basically a reservation system. If you've already got one, you can't get it. You can't get on the reservation system, but if you haven't been able to get one yet, you can.
So it's kind of off the reservation.
It's a little off the reservation. Oh,
all right.
And the other cool thing, the way you charge this thing is this little puck. It's plugged in.
That's interesting.
Ignore
Is
that
it
I'm plugged
magnetic?
into this. Yes, and ignore that I'm plugged into this orange cable because it's not the normal cable. It's just a USB-C cable.
Oh my God, Scott is already using a non-standard
So look at this.
USB.
Well, it's still. I mean, it's just because I was already plugged in, so I didn't bother to go around the back.
Does it come with a power block?
No, it doesn't need to, because all you do is plug it into your PC, put
Don't
that
tell me
on
what it
there.
needs- Don't tell me what it needs to do.
It's charging. Look,
All right, that's cool. That
You're
is
charging.
really cool. I love that.
now if you want, you can go directly in
Yeah.
here. If you want to just stay wired, you can plug right in there and stay wired if you want. You
Yeah.
can leave it charging
No,
and
that's
still
way
use
cool.
it. So you don't have to unplug it while you're using it. And
I like they made it.
it just tears
Yeah.
away. And here's the other thing. This little guy right here is
Yeah.
the wireless low latency device that you are communicating with. Not some USB bullshit or not some Bluetooth or whatever, which is less reliable.
Yeah.
This thing is
Radio
to this
frequencies.
thing, and that's
Yeah.
that puck is what's actually transmitting. And it has been seamless so far.
That may be the most innovative part of the Steam controller that I had no idea. I'm excited about that. I guarantee you somebody's already made some 3D prints so you can make a little dock thing too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the options of either making it dockable or just put it on your like the Apple Watch chargers and stuff. I like that.
It's pretty rad.
that.
I've been very
I like
happy
that a
with
lot.
it. I played I played some DS games because I wanted to see how these pads might work as a good solution for
Yeah.
I don't have a stylus. So
Stylus, right?
will these
right,
do it?
yeah.
And you know what? Pretty damn good.
Works.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You can kind of calibrate them and make them do what you want to do. But
Oh.
anyway, very happy with it. Been playing a lot of Crimson Desert mostly with it, and it's been fantastic on there. I cannot speak to how this runs in other stores yet, or other front ends. So I don't know.
Can you use it with your Steam Deck?
Yes, that I know. That works. No problem there.
Right. That would be hilarious.
That works on your Steam Deck, no problem. And you can do, so having this handy while you're playing on there and
Right.
somebody else maybe has a controller or a couple of these, it's a pretty good way to go. They're people say, oh, they're so expensive though. They're $100. They're $99.99. The problem is,
$99.99.
it depends on what you're comparing them to. If you're
Right.
saying, hey, where's my other one?
Dude,
I can't find it. But every good controller is more than $100 now. All of them.
Yeah, a good controller is 69 up easy, and that's
For
at
low end.
That's what I'm
brands.
saying. That's low end. Yeah,
Yeah, if you want to get the elite Xbox controller or the higher
couple
end,
hundred.
and even the regular base Sony ones now are close to 100.
Yeah.
They're like $89.99 for just the base model thing. So don't be going thinking, oh man, they're so expensive. It's not really. Not the market has certainly gotten more expensive.
Yeah,
but these
absolutely.
within that market, these are pretty reasonable.
I think it's pretty reasonable.
The only downside is you just can't get them right now. They sold out in 30 minutes.
Well, apparently somebody can. Apparently
Well,
you can. And
one guy, I think Dr. Tolbert too
one
got
guy.
one. I think.
dang it,
Tolbert
Dr.
did.
Tolbert,
I don't know
you
if he's
getting
in the
order
chat.
two? You're gonna see me in a month.
Do the pads work with an old capacitive stylus? Oh, I don't think so. Oh, I thought you did.
Probably not.
I thought he said no, but I thought
No,
who am I
no,
thinking
probably
of?
I didn't make it. Oh, that's too bad.
Well, he and
I
I
appreciate our man. We have a great community built up around this.
Oh, they're
who
the best.
knows-
They're the best.
They love games as much as we do, and they love to help out when they
Yeah,
can.
and listen,
Every minute
last
of it.
night at 10 p.m. Eastern time, when I accidentally injected 4 times the amount of medication I was supposed to take, guess who
You
I
mentioned
called?
that briefly. What? Tell us. Can you tell us what medication it was? Was it over the counter?
No, it's prescription.
Okay,
And
but
it's designed
right.
to keep my blood sugar in check.
I got you. Okay.
And it's a low dose normally, But there's a
Right.
whole story about why I mixed them
Normally?
up. Why I mixed them up.
Was it just you just forgot you took it and
Well, no, because the low dose for the new kind is 20 units. The low
Okay.
dose for the old kind was 5. I thought I was taking the new one, but what we did was draw from the old one, which meant I took
Dude.
4 times the amount.
More than 4 times the amount, right? If you took you just took one pill, but you assumed
They weren't pills. It was an
old
injection.
5.
It was an injection.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
even worse because that's instantaneous.
Because I can't hurl it up or anything.
Yeah.
you
Oh
know,
my gosh,
which
that
would have
is
been hard for me
terrifying.
anyway because I just can't make
That's
myself
terrifying.
puke.
So
I got
so
that
he was like-
injection, and then
he
I
was
just
like-
sat there and I went, "Oh shit! Should I go to urgent care? What should I do? Should I call poison control?" And then my brain went,
be all right.
"Calling Dr. Tolbert, calling Dr.
Not
Tolbert."
calling Dr. Tolbert.
And he was very helpful. We made sense of it all. We
If
figured
this
it
is
out.
an emergency, please dial 911.
It just meant I was gonna have. It just really meant it came down to I was just gonna have a bad night, and I did.
Yeah, he's gonna be jacked up all night.
Not jacked
Yeah.
up, even just feeling like shit. Like you just feel like really
body's gotta
nauseous
process
and
it.
heartburny, and
Oh, dude.
because it's
that
just way
sucks.
more than I was ready for, and
Yeah.
I regret it all greatly. And I've had a single piece of toast today for food.
Oh, that's terrible.
How dumb is that?
Nice. Yeah.
So
All right,
anyway,
cool.
It is what it is.
Cool. It is what it is.
Let's swing it over to you and talk about your Facebook Marketplace find. I think you told us you were getting this last week or something. Then, or maybe I may have mixed it up.
No. Last time I talked to you, I had picked up a Commodore 128 deal. That was last week's show, and then I told myself I'm not going back to Facebook Marketplace. I had a good experience. Let's stop there. And then across my desk, across my Bill Bixby take my glasses off desk, appeared an Apple IIe with monochrome monitor, and drives. And
Did they have anything
everything.
else? Did they have color back then?
I think you
Could you
do the
pay
2E?
like big money for the 2E
See,
monitor?
I'm learning the Apple IIe, and I did not even know when I purchased this because I was like, I don't know what Apple IIe is worth. So I went on like eBay and looked up, and I was like, oh, those look crappy. And the picture this guy sent or had posted looked freaking fantastic. Actually, when I saw it, I was like, that almost looks like a GS, but it's not. And the reason why is because it is the Apple IIe Platinum Edition, which was one of the last ones made. Look how clean this bad boy is. And this is how it came.
None of these are in this kind of shape. That's insane.
No, it is. Apparently, his father-in-law had passed away, and they've been going through stuff. And this dude kept this Platinum Edition in fantastic condition.
Look at that.
And
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
running when I got it, but I quickly became inducted into the Apple IIe club, which is when you're plugging it up and you're looking at it. You haven't plugged in a long time, and you're sitting there enjoying your life, and suddenly it releases the smoke. So
That acrid, horrible, like chip smell.
it is terrible. That their Riffa caps is what they're called, or reefer madness is as Cap Kipper said. But the Riffa caps, Reefa, however you want to say it, they're like paper caps, and they burn up, and it makes this terrible smell, and they can take out your fuse. The way they're actually wired in this particular case in the power supply is actually like a conditioner for going out back to your house power. So you can actually clip these off, apparently, from what people say. I don't know. I just got in the club. But I feel properly initiated now because I had to order a cap kit from Console 5, I believe it's.
So wait, is your
I used to
fuse
order from.
okay? Like you didn't fry the board, the main board, or anything?
The board is pristine. The power supply all looks like it is good. I think everything is going to be fine. The board is so beautiful. It's just everything on this thing is so beautiful. It's got the upgrade for the 64, whatever, the upgrade for the memory.
I got to give a quick
And
ups to Flying Out in the chat. It says my 2E monitor was color all green.
I was.
I love it. I love it.
This is was this orange or is it green? Maybe it's green. I've also got the 128, and I've been.
I kind of like that amber monochrome.
I think
cool.
it is. It's amber. It's amber.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
anyway,
It's the color
yes.
of my energy, as 311 would say.
Right. So it's got like so it's got 80 column mode, which I've been messing around with on the Commodore 128 as well. And so I'm pretty excited. I just can't believe how great this thing looks. And I was like, I tried to go online and compare because, like I said, I didn't realize it was the Platinum Edition. And I went on to eBay and I was like, I can't even find any Platinum Editions out there. And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm pretty excited about this project. I can replace the power supply full out for about $100 with a modern version, which is something I do a lot of times. I get these 8-bit computers if there's a problem with them. But I think I'm going to actually try to save the power supply, and I've ordered some, like I said, from Console 5. I've ordered from those guys before for the Sega Game Gear cap, which I haven't finished putting in. But
I love
I'm
that
looking
this
forward
places
to it.
exist. I think that's so cool.
This thing stinks. It stinks.
I'll bet it reeks.
It's not good.
Let's tape to the bottom.
Supply.
Show me look at the bottom.
Oh,
there.
so actually, one of the things I've noticed about some of the plastic. So, this is the one bad thing. I'm going to have to clean this up, but this is totally cleanable. That's the rubber feet that was on the bottom. These things just dissolve
they've
over
corroded,
time.
yeah.
They're not even. They just dissolve. They just turn into like gum. And so, as a kind of a keeping it from sticking to stuff, they put some tape over top of it. And I just got to get in there and scrape all that off and clean it out. But it doesn't stain or anything. And I got some replacement feet I ordered.
I'm guessing they make that way better now when they make the little rubber feet.
Yeah.
There's probably a better mix or whatever.
Right, but it's not just the Apple II. It's I've got it on several other 8-bit computers where the rubber stuff just turns into goo.
Yeah, where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, rubber meets the gross.
The chode.
More like the gross.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Ours looked a lot like that, and that just gave me all kinds of feelings to see that thing. Especially that clean. My gosh.
Yeah, there's a GS upgrade kit too, so you can actually like make this a stealth GS, which I've looked into. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to keep this thing stock. Maybe I'll get another one and GS it, or just get a GS.
Well, the 8-Bit Computer Club continues, and
it continues. It grows. 8bitcomputer.club. Check it out.
Can you hear this?
I can. What is that?
Air.
Oh, air. Yeah, I got mine over here too.
You made me just suddenly think about dust because of that thing.
I did have to dust it out. It had a couple of bunnies.
Yeah,
but it was like indoor dust. It wasn't like stanky outdoor garage. So he must have kept it like in a closet or something.
Dust can be part of that burn smell too. It'll catch.
Yeah. Well, I actually dusted it out before.
That's smart.
Before I started it up.
You should do that. Yeah,
I try to do that. But yeah.
Well, that's great, dude. Congratulations on your new find.
Thank you.
I got something modern. He got something old. Now we just need to find something in the middle. How
something
about
blue?
Jet Force Gemini. It's kind of blue.
It's blue.
Let's get to it right now.
Shall we play a game?
Yes, that's right. We're swinging back over to the N64 era, which we have not been to in a little minute or so.
It's been a few minutes. What was the last one we did? I can't remember. It might have been a rare game. We have covered a mighty good bit.
Well, they made the best games on that
rare
device.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo, a couple of them, but yeah, I mean they're third, but they're more like
preferred third party. I think is what it's called.
Yeah. I mean, they were basically Nintendo. They were doing nothing without Nintendo at the time.
Yeah.
So you basically could call them first. And then
Yeah.
they just made nothing but gold all the time. Everything they made was good. And out of all the third-party content on that device, I don't know that anybody ever came close. They're kind of lords of the place. Maybe the Pokemon people, maybe they did, but
yeah,
that's still. And again, that's another like close relationship that feels like it may as well be Nintendo.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah,
can't think of one without the other.
For those who are unaware of this game, let me give you the brief on it. It is one of Rare's original IPs, so this is something they came up with on their own, unlike GoldenEye and Donkey Kong and some of the other stuff they did in conjunction with Nintendo. And this was like this sci-fi action run-and-gun combat third-person thing with a pretty good camera.
It's like, that old thing that we all played.
It had a really good camera, though. I remember that being a major selling point.
It's not bad because we, even on the N64, a lot of those games, especially considering you're doing third person, but over the shoulder kind of thing, it would be really easy to get like jammed up in corners where it's like I can't turn around. But they got like a fast. Let me get my controller out. This is going to be a discussion we're going to have too.
Oh yeah, do you have your N64 controller handy?
Yeah, I've got several. That's how I partially play it this week, and then I partially played it through some configurations and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, you can quickly bip over to the front camera, so to like zoom, like hey center, real quick on the shoulder buttons.
Yeah, you can do it any time, which is nice.
Yeah.
I played this on an Ambernick, so I didn't quite have the OG experience.
Right.
But,
right.
It had an equivalent to that, which worked really well.
Good.
Graphically, really pushed the limits of the N64 hardware. I thought at the time, even now, I was kind of impressed because I generally think of the N64 as a blurry mess most of the time. It's just not my aesthetic. Like these textures are so chunky and grody and whatever.
Yeah.
But this game managed to be more colorful than I remembered it being, and more detailed and more stuff going on. I do recommend running a CRT filter. It just looks better. This video is running that, I think. Yeah. They're running a filter on here, which it really just helps it feel like you're playing it back in the day if you're emulating it. If you're like Brian and you're playing it on the device, well, then you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, the scan lines, we could get deeper into it, but the scan lines essentially were taken into consideration during the design process, and therefore the characters look more to what the developers intended when you add those scan lines.
Or
in
what
there,
they
they
nintended.
They nintendered.
Yeah, they nintended it.
Right.
Anyway, the game is rad. I really had a good time with revisiting this thing. What really makes it unique is you've got 3 distinct character types. You've got the twins and then their dog, Lupus. We talked about Lupus earlier.
Yeah. And if you don't laugh when you first find out the dog's name is Lupus, I can't help you.
I know, I can't help you either. You have to laugh a little
Yeah.
bit. But it's, and no offense to anyone who suffers from lupus. I have no idea.
No,
what
that's
it's like.
not, no, but it's just it's like, oh, you guys don't know
Yeah.
about lupus?
You don't know about lupus.
You don't know about lupus?
Tell me more about lupus.
Right, yeah.
But what makes it unique is their abilities are quite diverse when it comes to how you attack a problem. So like I mentioned earlier, if I needed to get across some lava, you're not going to do that with the twins. I can't do it. But the dog can.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Jetpacks.
Yeah.
Jetpack dog. He's
Jetpack
got
dog.
Actually, I think actually, and I didn't know this until today actually, but Vela, so there's twins. There's Juno and Vela.
Yeah.
Juno is the boy twin and Vela is the girl twin. Juno is who you start with, and it's our primary character who we see most of the early story through. And then Vela becomes important because you can't get to certain areas. And you can't do swimming stuff very well with Juno. But she also, I think if you're playing her in certain parts, you'll end up getting like a jetpack. And so that's kind of like, you don't have to have lupus for that. It's kind of like, it's probably to keep you from getting stuck in certain areas in case, you haven't completed one part or something. Yeah. Yeah. Cause there's a lot of backtracking in this game. You're going to backtrack a lot.
Yeah. It's very Metroidvania that way, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a good way. Like the backtracking's not bad. Like
way.
a lot of people hear backtracking, they go, oh no, I hate that. Well,
Right.
if a game does it right, like a good Metroid game, you want to because you saw a hole somewhere that you can't currently fit in, and you're thinking, one day here I'm going to have that ball form, and then I can go into that thing. Or there's a bit of that.
Earn it.
There's a bit of that going on here.
In the game, it rewards you for exploring, and you may explore some areas and get rewarded immediately, but you may also just kind of have to put that in the back of your head and come back later. Even though this spans across multiple worlds and ships and different things, it's around a 15-hour game.
Yeah. Pretty beefy for the time, I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty not too bad for a N64 game. And this is also a question, too, that I have not found a definitive answer, and I'm sure somebody feels like they know the answer, but there's so much misinformation. This was originally packaged as using the expansion pack.
Give it better draw distance and textures and all
making
that.
use of that. But from the interviews I saw with the developers of Rare, a couple of them that I saw, and I think even I think one of the interviews might have been on the Rare Replay, which you can get for the Xbox One, I believe it was. And
PC
they
too, I think. Isn't that on PC?
PC. I definitely know the X. You can actually I think it's on Game Pass right now.
That might be why I'm thinking of that.
Yeah. 30th anniversary, 30 Rare games. Anyway, you can get it now still, I believe, from the store for however long it stays open. And they had talked about they did not use the 4 megabyte expansion pack that you could get, even though Nintendo went ahead and put it on the box.
Oh, it's on the
they
printing?
shipped it.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
And so then Nintendo had to later on slap a big old label over it that said Rumble Pack. Compatible over top of that, but it's still out there. So there's a lot of confusion. This is where AI becomes dangerous because if even people don't know and they've been talking about it and no real good course correction, it's just going to assume whatever.
It's hallucination 101. Is what that is.
It's just going to be when the data gets a little bit odd, it picks a path and says this is the truth.
Yeah.
And it says it confidently.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it didn't need that thing is what's crazy. Like the game looks like it used it. Like it's beautiful and kind of like crazily detailed, and draw distance is actually excellent. And so you could have just told me that, yeah, it definitely had that, and I would have believed you.
This shows you how much Rare had learned, because this was late in the N64 life cycle, and they'd already created a couple of great games. And so they were able to leverage all of that. They really know how to min-max everything on the N64, and they did it. They didn't need the expansion. They didn't need it, which would just, that would have been more crap that would have been a way for people not to want to get it or have to go buy Nintendo's stupid 4 megabyte expansion thing. You can't make me do that. I did, though.
Yeah. Did you?
I got one. Yeah. I got one.
I think something's pretty funny. I decided to take because you mentioned how AI can get this stuff wrong if it doesn't understand things. I was curious if, let's see, what did I use? I guess it's Gemini because it's through Google.
Oh, that's great. So it's Jet Force Gemini.
Gemini
is being passed through Gemini. Google Gemini.
We're going to call it
that's
Gemini.
Perfect.
Yeah, just to differentiate them, we're calling it Gemini.
There was a commercial. If you don't know what we're talking about, we do pre-show, and it's usually a cavalcade of old commercials, and we watched one not too long ago, and a guy I think he was talking about a board game, and he called something Gemini. It was supposed to be Gemini, and we have not stopped since then. I can't not hear it anymore.
Yeah,
Gemini.
no, it changed my life, that guy.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's what it said. I put Play Retro Jet Force Gemini, and it claims this.
Yeah.
The Jet Force Gemini episode of Play Retro was episode 218 and was released in 2019.
Ooh.
No, it wasn't.
Interesting. Well, that's interesting. They knew already. Boy, they knew when it was 218. Wow, that's pretty good.
We didn't even do Play Retro back then. It didn't exist.
I know, but I'm just saying the fact they got the number right. That's pretty impressive. AI's weakest point currently, it seems it's like being aware of time and like what today's date is.
Oh yeah, not that long ago, a couple of years ago, the LLMs of the du jour, like Chat GPT and stuff, they weren't trained on search data. They couldn't search. All they could do is go, I haven't been trained on anything since October of last year. Sorry. And it was weird, but maybe that was good. Now that we see all this hallucinating, maybe it was good.
Yeah, you know who's got terrible AI? Those stupid giant alien ants.
Oh, they're terrible, horrendous.
They're just cannon fodder. I love.
What'd you think of the aiming though? Because even when those would hold still and act dumb, I still felt like I was pretty bad at aiming.
It's good though. It is a really good thing that they're not. They're not better, because lots of times they save me from killing the tribals, and that's important because you cannot finish this game. I'm going to give you a little spoiler. This game cannot be completed until you save all the tribals, and if you kill one along the way, you got to collect them. This is a collect-a-thon game,
big time.
And if you kill one of them, which is real easy to do because they like to stand right underneath this stupid giant ants and drones, so I was glad. But the aiming, I would usually just run in and just hit the Z button and blow them away. But then if you get to when the snipers, you have to switch over into your aim mode.
Yeah,
and it's pretty cool because then you can use the C buttons is what it is.
Yeah.
So if you're using the N64 controller here, is the C buttons, which are basically take the place of like a right analog stick, but in a digital manner, and so you can strafe back and forth.
It's a very odd decision on their part because it's also kind of X, Y, A, B replacement, but there is an A, B replacement, so it's like I don't know. The N64. I am of a number of minds about that controller. And I'm still not 100% sure that I like it or hate it. I don't know. It's
such a unique take on how things could have went, and it just did not go any further But they did, if you've ever noticed that the right little nubby that's on the GameCube, that's called the C-Stick.
Yep.
Because it was trying to, I don't know if it was trying to be backwards compatible, but it was certainly trying to or stay in the same lane that they had been training their users. It's like...
I love how they just gave it all up by the time the Switch comes out. They're just like, all right, fine.
Whatever. We give it up.
Just play a regular controller. Listen to the sound of this thing, too.
Oh, it's so...
The music's awesome.
This music is amazing. Got this tribal drum beats.
Yeah.
Most who have been watching, you get a big idea that this game, you will end up being in the initial area for quite a while as you kind of run around, collect the little Geminis, which are basically your Geminis. Your Geminis are basically your health.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost RPG in that way because you don't have like a health bar. You've got like a number that your health is, which you can access if you hit the start button. And then that's represented on screen as a little dial kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so just trying to learn all the ins and outs of the UI and the controls, that's a big barrier for this game to make it to modern systems. However, the Mr. FPGA, which I use a lot of times and recently added the retro achievements, I played it some through that way this week. And the mapping on it is really good with a PS5 controller that I was using.
Yeah.
And I had no complaints. I felt right at home with this, and I'm assuming that the Rare replay is kind of mapped out in the same way on the Xbox.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend a Jet Force Gemini, and the progression's pretty cool. You don't get to start out playing as Vela. Start out as Juno.
Yeah, Juno looks a lot like Mega Man, in my opinion.
So that's a really good. So I was listening to the Rare replay interviews and things. They were talking about you watched GeForce, right?
Yeah,
Science Ninja Team, Gatchaman,
Loved
all
it.
that stuff.
Love GeForce back in the day.
Right. So they originally were designing the characters for this game to be more like those. And so, but then they had to shift that. They had to change it.
You want to get sued?
Miyamoto was like, I don't like these characters. Could you do something different? And so it's this weird, rare character design thing. This kind of not really like chibi, but it's kind of like somewhere in between. It's not like super cute.
Yeah.
The character designs, but it's not fully,
They're not going for
like you said, Mega
hyper-realism
Man.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mega
like,
Man's a really good
it's like
comparison.
a mature Mega Man, kind of,
Yeah.
Almost like, I don't know, I remember at the time thinking, this is what Mega Man should do.
Yeah.
They didn't, but they, could have.
Right. They totally could have done that. You also have, you get Vela. She is able to make use of Floyd pretty on. So you always feel like you have like a companion once you get Vela out of the prison, and then she kind of you take over her character, and you get the little robot drone thing that flies around and can do stuff and constantly making me kill tribals.
Not your favorite.
Well, he's fine. He's fine, but yeah, the tribals. What do you think about the tribals? They kind of remind me of like koalas,
a little bit,
but they're kind of their character design is wild. They're
these guys right
cute.
here. This
Yeah. Oh, that's actually the gremlin looking things.
Is that not what you're talking about?
That's like he's from another planet. He's a counselor. Oh, you're in the ships there too. In this one
do you
too.
remember
So
this bit? Oh,
yeah, you get to drive little vehicles and stuff.
It's
in this
inverted
game too.
wrong for me though.
Yeah, I was really hoping. I went through the controls, and we've talked about this in the past. When I'm playing a character that is a humanoid type bipedal character, I like my gun controls to be not inverted. I like to aim where I want to point. And when I'm in a vehicle, especially a flying vehicle, I expect the controls to be inverted. And I look to change that. The controls have very little things you can change in it. I meant to go back and dig. There's an expert control setup, which is, Rare was doing some really cool stuff with how they were configuring the controllers to do different things in all their games. GoldenEye and later on Perfect Dark and all that stuff. But
No, these guys are
Yeah.
all timers for a reason, man. They made games
Yeah.
work in 3D
Yeah.
that we didn't think. Like even Nintendo wasn't pulling some of this stuff off. You know,
yeah, the controller is awkward, but it was an important step towards where we were going.
No doubt.
I tried to also see if I could use, like in GoldenEye, one of my favorite things in GoldenEye is you can do a dual stick shooter. You just plug in two two controllers and you just use each analog stick in each hand, right?
me and my
use your
buddy
Cs.
Andrew actually did this. We tried that.
Yeah,
it was.
I've done it.
It was real dumb. It worked.
It's real dumb, but actually it works pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And no joy here, but they brought a lot of things they learned from earlier titles.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not make it all the way to the end. Like I said, this is
A 15-hour game is a pretty beefy game.
yeah, and that's if you're good, and if you're actually trying to just look at the game. I'm always fiddle farting around, so a 15-hour game in retro terms is always closer to 30 for me.
You need to say filler. What did you call it? Philly farting? What'd you say?
Fiddle farting.
Fiddle fart. Fiddle farting's a fun thing to say.
Yeah. I like to fiddle fart
Fiddle
around.
fart.
Yeah, and I've got to like I got to make this happen. I got to make that happen, and I'm like, I got to find out if exploring is rewarding. So that's how I play all these games. Is I've got like a little checklist in my head, of things that I want to try, and a lot of times I'll have to end up starting over and over again before I even. It's like how I read books. It's like those first couple of pages in a book. It's like, how many times are you going to read this first couple of pages in the book, Brian? 100.
Yeah.
So I'll understand the context and the setting, because this game is sci-fi and they borrow so much from all of my favorite sci-fi series, including some great music that it feels inspired by, like Buck Rogers. Remember that 70s TV series,
Hell
Buck
yeah.
Rogers?
Hell yeah.
So it's got some moments that feel like that. We've got a bunch of
Beady, beady, beady. Come on, man.
beady.
Yep.
Beady.
Yep.
Right. Buck, beady, beady. Twiggy?
Twiggy was his name, the robot?
Twiggy.
Yeah. Twiggy.
Yeah.
Not Tweaky, right?
Tweaky.
Was it Tweaky?
Twiggy was a model, and I always can't remember. Were they both called Twiggy or is it Twicky? I think it's Twicky.
I don't remember.
Twicky.
I just know the robots back then.
Yeah, and he would say,
dumb. They're so dumb.
Do you remember what he would say when they would go flying out of the ship chute?
He'd go, well, like I say, he wouldn't say beady, beady, beady buck. He would say
beady buck.
He was. I mean, it was what's his name that did Buck Bunny
all the
and stuff,
time,
right?
Yeah. Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc. Yeah, I don't remember. What did he say?
Geronimo.
Oh, jeez.
Geronimo. I believe that's what he said.
Nice. Still,
Yeah.
it well into the far future, we still have terrible Native American references that we probably shouldn't use. That's fantastic.
But yeah,
Anyway.
there is a place, if you don't collect, like we mentioned, if you don't collect all the tribals as you go along, you'll have to go back and collect them later, which is fine. Some of you can't even get to anyway until you unlock or break out Vela and get to Lupus.
There's
Who is,
Lupus.
by the way, the dumbest looking dog, but
He's
reminds
a robot
me a lot.
dog, right?
He reminds me, yeah. Well, he's actually an android dog, I think.
Yeah,
is what
cyborg dog. Yeah, there you go.
cyborg dog is how they defined it in the manual.
And
so
he's like the Battlestar Galactica dog.
that's what I was gonna say. He's like, is it Boxy?
Boxy. No, Boxy's the
No,
kid.
Boxy's the kid.
Wait. Is Boxy the kid?
Boxy's the kid, right?
Shit. I don't know.
And the dogs, we talked about this pre-show early. I was like one of our first pre-shows.
It's Boxy. Muffet.
Muffet.
So
That's
Boxy
it.
is the kid.
Boxy is the kid.
Muffet is the stupid
Muffet is
dog
the
robot.
Stupid robot
All right.
dog who I love and have many of those. Whose tail's always broke. Anyway.
Oh, was that?
Yeah.
Could you buy
Little
this
cannon?
dog? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, the little toy dog of that little
Yeah.
toy
A
Muffet,
Boxy
not
or
not
Muffet? Sorry.
Muffet. Yeah,
That was a
I don't
thing?
think you could buy a Boxy. Yeah,
You can
he used
buy
to
a
have Muffet.
Boxy. I hope I couldn't buy a Boxy. It'd be weird.
Right. So Battlestar Galactica. So all the dogs died. So they had to make Muffet. So he was an android kind of robot. It was a robot dog for what's his name? That was like the whole opening. I think that was like one of the first episodes. Anyway,
And they definitely did not carry that forward in the remake. Thank freaking goodness.
But that's what
didn't
this
need it.
game. That's what this game gave me. Was it feels original, but also feels well worn because I feel like I'm in all the sci-fi worlds without just going, oh, that's just a blatant ripoff. It's more like inspired by there's like when the drones, the ants are initially launched. It looks like this is right out of Star Wars.
What'd you think of this slidey level? I got this far. It's awesome.
Yeah, slidey stuff. I'm always torn. Even though the characters already kind of have. That was like one of the first things I noticed when I was playing this.
Well, they have like momentum.
They have momentum. The characters just kind of step once or twice more, which is bad if you're near an edge of something. And they'll like step like half a step more to finish the animation cycle, I'm assuming, and to get reset. So yeah, this was. I don't think I made it this far, other than when I cheated and peaked. I got cheats on my Mister, and I was able to level jump. Essentially,
Scott KMFDM in the chat, by the way, great first name. I share it with you. We have to stick together. But also, KMFDM was one of my favorite industrial bands ever. I loved them.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know if they're still doing stuff or not. I should check. I actually don't know.
Right.
Oh, he's correcting us. They were called Daggets.
Oh yeah, Muffet was the character, but Daggets was the dog robots.
Well, no, the dog. It was still Muffet. Right. But the Muffet is called is a breed of quote unquote Daggets, which are these robot dogs. Right.
That's correct.
So
we're on the same page.
So the kid is Boxy. He owns a Daggett named Muffet.
Yeah. If for some reason I want to call it a Bo Daggett, I don't know why.
I'm happily ready to call it a Bo Daggett. It's not a problem.
It's a Bo Daggett.
Yep.
Daggone Bo Daggett. Gonna have to take him in for some oil change.
You gonna get that anal? What's that called? Where they express your anus.
Express his oil hole. It's it's got to get changed. My Bo Daggett is running hot.
Oh, I hate that idea.
I do too.
Anyway, this is a fun little night vision level. Remember this? This is cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I wanted to say, and I'm glad that this came up on video because I kind of forgot to bring it up. The diversity despite there being backtracking and kind of that Metroidvania thing going on, reusing assets and stuff, there's still a ton of variety.
So much variety.
It doesn't feel like every level is the same, that you're just shooting stuff and moving through. It feels like there's always something different to do, and now that you've got these abilities of the three characters, which you're not swapping in real time. I should make that clear. It's not like one of those games.
You got to go back to the hub.
Exactly.
Essentially.
But when you do, like, it feels like if they made this game today, they might be hot swappable. Like, that was the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, and one of the cheats may take you, I think you can warp back to the thing. But yeah, you're right. The game is not designed to just hot swap, which is good because I think that would kind of make it boring.
I think that the way they did it worked for what it is. I think you could probably design around doing that now. Like, what's the game where there are games like this? My brain won't let me think.
Yeah, I mean, RPGs kind of always have, especially JRPGs and stuff, like you could
you're essentially jumping through characters,
move your crew around, right? And do different things. But
what am I thinking of where it's like it's that Trine series. Remember Trine?
Oh, Trine. Oh, that's actually fun how they designed that.
Yeah, you got to swap around and go, ooh, the wizard can do this, but I better not do it until the tanky guy does this. And I love that.
Such
game.
a great series.
Yeah.
So, Trine 1 and 2.
Trine is arguably it is arguably a dressed up Lost Vikings. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, I can see that. We covered the Lost Vikings here, and I think we actually talked about that a little bit. I don't think we called it a dressed up. So that's a really good definition of how that goes. Now,
something like that.
You can't swap between the characters, but you can play co-op, drop in and out co-op.
That's
I believe.
True. Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Second controller split screen is my understanding. I didn't try it either, but that's what the box claims. Of course, the box also claimed other things. So. Maybe it's lying to us. I don't know.
Right. Maybe it's lying to us. Well, one of the things I liked as well, I want to go back to something you had said, talking about the game variety. This game is really good about being a corridor shooter and then going outside where you can kind of get into open spaces. They could have made this feel very small by making all of it kind of a corridor shooter because you're in ships, and when you're on the planet, you'll get in caves and things. But you get to go outside a good bit and explore out there. And
I didn't get this far.
nice
This appears to be somebody's colon or
must be-
something. Alien
Yeah,
colon.
you must be on the alien ship. You must be on Mizar's ship at this point.
Yeah.
You go between planets and ships and underground and above ground. It's just a nice mix of a little bit of everything. You get
But
different
let
characters.
it be your reminder to get your colonoscopy scheduled if you're over 45.
It does look like they're. Oh, look how easy that would have been to accidentally shoot one of those tribals. You gotta watch your fire, and that was actually an interesting mechanic. And I think that I can't remember exactly which interview it was. It's probably one of those rare replay interviews again. But they kind of regretted. They did a late ad of making the completion of getting all the tribals to be able to complete the game. Because if you don't get all the tribals, you go fight the big boss at the end, but then right before you kill him, he just runs away. And then you have to go back and get all the tribals before you can completely get the true ending. And they said they kind of regretted that. That's one of the biggest complaints about this game is not being notified beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
until you're fighting them, and it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I was shooting tribals like they were, fodder for the gun.
Well, it's
You know
not
what I
really
mean?
clear at first. Like, it seems like it's
Yeah.
okay to shoot them at first, but it's not. You're supposed
and
to
it's
collect
actually
them.
enjoyable.
Yeah. It's fun to
it
kill
feels
those stupid
good.
panda bears. Yeah. Yeah.
That's part of my opening. Is like, am I the bad guy? Because I like shooting these little tribals.
Yeah. Am I the baddie?
Yeah. 'Cause
Did you? So you didn't finish either. Neither of us have seen this
No,
scene. But
and
this looks like a fun little finale here at the end.
I don't know if I tried to figure out if finishing would bring me any more joy to this game. And I just don't think it would.
Probably
I
not.
just like playing the moment to moment gameplay of this. And it does get more and more interesting when you get to different areas. The biggest joy of finishing it would be able to then fast travel back to your favorite areas. But I don't know if I don't know if the reward is big enough for me to go back and complete it. But I'll definitely come back and play some more. It's definitely a good.
It's a
pick
fun
up
game.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, pick up and run around and
Its best. I think its best feature is that it just feels good. Like it doesn't.
yeah. I'll keep my saves, and I've put my saves in a nice safe place, a safe place, and I'll pick up different save points when I want to play it. It's probably how I'll do it,
like you do.
like you do.
Yep. But that was a good feeling every time you'd get this. It would tell you how
You
many
did it.
what was your favorite weapon the whole time. I love that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the weapons. The weapons, are
They're all
are
good.
pretty
I like
cool. Machine guns, plasma stuff. You get rewarded for finding those. They showed the first time I found one though. I was like, this space box looks a lot like a mimic. I
Yep.
don't know if I want to open this or
Yeah.
not.
Never
but
open a box that you don't know about.
Yeah, and
Could
so
be a mimic.
I did, and I was rewarded handsomely.
Yeah. That ship's ugly though. Whoops, it's gone now.
And they also, these ships are just, but all the cinematics and stuff are pretty cool
Like
in
the
between.
angles
They
are
really set up the
cool.
stories.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's good. It's good for the time.
Again, I think it's way better than most N64 games the way they look.
Dude,
So much
man,
better.
you combine that. I mean, if you're just watching and you're seeing the visuals, you really need to understand and hear the music to really get the full vibe. Man, I turn this thing on. If you have one, if you have original N64 and a CRT, turn that thing on, man. You feel it is cinematic. It is all get out. It feels really good. I don't know if it translates. as
Also,
much
video
in
games
long terms.
largest exploding barrels I've ever seen in a video game.
Oh, yeah, golly, the area of effect on these explosions
They're
are
massive.
outrageous.
Yeah.
And you got some. I encountered a few of them. Some people were calling them bouncing betties from like World War II, where
Mm-hmm.
you'll hit like a landmine and it like jumps up and it fractures and explodes. Those could be a big pain, especially if there were any tribals that you didn't see in the corner. Sorry about that, tribals.
Poor
Troubles for the
tribals.
tribals.
Trouble with tribals. Or something.
One thing also back to the controls. I'm just kind of scattershotting, just like this game. For jumping, you got to use those C buttons. And so you got your A, Bs and stuff. But if you're playing on a modern system, it's even more annoying, especially if you map that right analog stick to the C buttons, because then you have to do a push up for jump. But you got to crouch too, which did you do much of the crouching and rolling?
No.
It looks really cool.
Because my controller the settings for that are weird.
It is. It is.
It's just weird. I bet I'm going to go ahead and just go out on a limb and say this probably plays best on an N64 controller.
It really
but maybe
does.
the Rare Replay, maybe they tweaked it on that version to make it better.
I think I mostly just watched the interviews on the Rare Replay, but I believe they did some graphical enhancements, which is what you would expect because we're upscaling to a more modern system, and also the control setup was a little more like I described, where you're using that right analog stick, because there's only 4 face buttons on a modern controller, most modern controllers, and you would have access to 6 on the N64, which is the A, B, and then the 4 C buttons.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to emulate that without falling back to the other, unless you use the D-pad to switch weapons and stuff. A couple different ways you can do that.
Check this out. This is all the N64 colors that were ever released.
Oh yeah, like I got this. I got that yellow.
Is yours the DK64 one or no?
It must be because the Pokemon one actually says Pokemon. No, this one doesn't actually have a logo.
There it is up there.
Yeah, mine's just a basic banana yellow. But I think, like you said, I think there's an N60. There's a Donkey Kong one, and there's a Pokemon one. I also have a off-brand gold one, which I got from my GoldenEye whenever I got the GoldenEye. I got the bad case of the GoldenEye. Yeah. And of course, I got the standard old.
The gray one's so ugly.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the gray one, but it was kind of your standard. I had one of these see-through-y jelly-looking red ones.
Yeah, the jelly ones. Every couple of months, or at least once a year, I go, that's it. I'm going to collect every one of the N64 jelly colors. I'm going to get them. Wouldn't it just be so beautiful to have just a whole shelf of just all the different
What do you think
colors?
The chances are you could procure that through
people do it all
eBay?
the time. I've seen people do it. It looks really good.
You should do it. You should get them all.
I'm not doing that. I gotta pay for caps for this Apple IIe. I ain't got no time.
That's a good point. You got to get ancient ass paper caps or whatever the hell.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah, it's a good game. You guys need to play it. I think it's quality, and it's one of those rare games that it actually lives up to the name, because a lot of people, you either played it and knew it was amazing, or you have no idea this game existed. That is that's where it's at. This wasn't like high profile in your usual sense.
Right.
It was just, you knew it if you played it and read reviews and things like that, if you were super into that world. And if you didn't, you just didn't even know this game existed.
It fell through the cracks because it was a late N64 title, and I think, what year was this? 99. We already had, PlayStation was out, and people were moving around doing stuff, and they're like, I ain't got no time for no.
Well, 99, you were
original IP.
PlayStation, because PlayStation and N64 came out right around the same time.
95,
96, 96, yeah. And then you're just around the corner from what's next, PS2, GameCube, all of that. Like, in some ways, I wonder if Nintendo wished they'd held off and kept this for the Cube,
because it does give me a lot of Metroid Prime vibes as well. And so I could have seen it really shining on the GameCube. I'm glad it is on the N64. I enjoyed trying to figure all this out. Third person. You don't have a lot of third person over the shoulder kind of perspective games for
this and Winback, basically.
Yeah. And also
shooters.
But one of the things we got, because it was a trusted partner. And it was a late in life release, only sold like 1 million copies, which is pretty good, but one of the lowest selling rare games for the N64. And there was so much real blood violence. Like, you're introduced to non-skippable scenes where you can watch the tribal leader get squashed by a drone ship, and he just like squirts red blood
This thing was somehow rated E for everyone, and it had
not
gnarly stuff in it. Yeah,
it is so violent. It is so much. I mean, you pick up the ant heads. Real collect-a-thon. Everything is collectible. Pick up, bullets and stuff, and you pick up the heads from your enemies, which is great.
You could argue that Rare defined the modern collectible game. They were really good at that stuff.
Yeah, they really were good at that stuff. Yeah.
Well, go play it, guys. It's fun.
Yeah.
Get the Rare replay thing if you're on Xbox. It's a hell of a compilation. Anyway.
I think, I think if you're going to play it now, if you've got the Game Pass, perfect. It's already on there. It's still fairly inexpensive. It's got 30 great Rare games. I would definitely play it that way. Or I think you could pick it up on, I think, Nintendo Switch Online, the expanded one with the N64. That's fine too. If you're already doing that.
Oh, I have that. Why didn't I play that?
Yeah, did they finally fix it so that, because I think one of the ones, like I usually do the $5 a month so I can get the Nintendo Switch Online Music, which I'd play on my iPhone a good bit. And
I do what everyone gives you N64 and.
Well, then you already have access to the music.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think I already own all this shit, and I didn't even think about playing it there. I didn't think.
Yeah, and but I think the reason why I didn't go with that one around this time is because you have to do some of them you have to pay a year in advance, and I'm just in and out on my Switch. I'm like, I may play it really hard for 2 months, and then I won't touch it for 6 months, and I'm like, I'm not giving y'all a year's worth of stuff, knowing that I'm going to go on a 6-month hiatus here shortly. No,
I do the same thing. Yeah.
Bite me.
Annoys me that I do that, but I do it. Well, there you go. Guys, swing over here to this part of the world where we're going to play a game. Do you have more?
I have one more thing.
Yeah.
If you can't play it that way, and you want a modern spiritual successor that has really bad ratings and developed by Chameleon Games, who is some ex-Rare employees, Tamarin on Steam, came out in 2019, 2020 or something like that. And it's a spiritual successor to Jet Force.
It's kind of a poopy game. It sounds like not good.
I just know that when I looked at the reviews, they were mixed. So I don't know if there was an update that brought out a whole bunch of hate.
59%.
Yeah, so
not great.
The very definition
kind
of that, but I didn't have a chance to read all the reviews. But sometimes those reviews are because of an abandonment or because of a bad update or maybe early on stuff, but I didn't get a chance to really analyze it.
All right, interesting. Yeah. To dig in and see what's going on with that. Kills the game of tires, the high price tag. Okay, well, that's not a review. How about...
That's not a review.
A cute game hindered by frustrating controls.
Welcome to Jet Force Gemini. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, all right, no doubt. Well, maybe how old is this? When did this come out?
2020?
Oh, they're not going to fix it.
No, they're not going to fix it.
They're done. That's the end of that game.
Yeah. Good luck. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't.
Go give it a shot.
50 chance.
Yep. Lots of 3D collect-a-thons out there, so go figure whatever out you like.
Yeah.
Guys, it's time to play this game.
This is just a guess. We'll have to verify it ourselves.
We'll verify it right now with a game we call Guess My Game. We take an old game, an old platform, and a year, and we tell each other what that is, and then we play some audio, and then it's up to us to guess from 4 possible answers what we provided. I'm going to start this week with mine. This is a Sega Genesis game.
Oh, one of my favorite systems.
Yeah. Might be my all-time favorite just from a overall vibe standpoint.
Right.
I was so into the Sega era, man. Oh, man.
Yeah. It changed
Nintendo.
everything.
Yeah, I loved them.
Nintendo.
Anyway, 1994 is the year. And here's your audio, and then we'll give you options. Here you go, Brian. Pretty annoying, but
yeah.
I'll let it go a little longer here. Man, that freaking sound chip. So weird.
Yeah.
All right. Those are that's your audio. Here are your options. Is it A, Castlevania Bloodlines? Is it B, Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master? Is it C, Contra Hardcore? Or is it D, The Revenge of Shinobi? There's a couple of Shinobis.
Sounds like I didn't say it. And as soon as you played it, I was like, Shinobi. I don't know if Contra Hardcore just happens to sound like Shinobi, but I don't think so. But Then there's also Castlevania. So I'm going to say Bloodlines. Did we play Bloodlines? That seems a little bit frantic for Bloodlines.
Bloodlines has got a lot of like gothic music, like
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, are you trying to steer me away?
Oh no, I don't know
so-
what I'm doing. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about the games.
What? I'm going to go with my initial instinct, even if it's wrong. I did hear some Shinobi immediately. It reminds me of like having to fight those stupid copters and crap. This
Yeah.
is like you just have to shirkin the crap out of it.
Shuriken.
Shurikens. I'm going to go with
Shuriken. I don't know how you say it.
Shuriken. Surely a
I kind of
shurikens.
like Shuriken.
Right.
I like yours
Shuriken.
better. I'm going with yours.
Shuriken.
Shuriken.
I'm going to go with... I'm Shuriken.
Yeah.
I'm a Shuriken.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Shuriken 3, Return of the Ninja Master. I don't know. It's just a guess.
Let's find out if
Give me
it's
the
right.
B.
Is it right? Oh, it was Castlevania Bloodlines.
Oh, really? I don't remember this. That is
it's
not
a
a
boss
part
fight.
that I remember at all.
It's a little bit of-
It's definitely a boss fight. You
Yeah.
definitely can hear it. It felt like a Shinobi boss fight.
I
though.
wouldn't call it a cheat, but it's definitely
Yeah.
different. Like the rest of the game is a little more gothic sounding, you know? Probably would have been a
Yeah,
giveaway
yeah.
if I'd have played it. But don't worry. You have a chance to stump me now. Let's play your
All
audio.
right.
Before we do that, what's my year? What's my platform?
Oh, so I decided in honor of the Sega CD that I did not get from Sergey off Facebook Marketplace, even though I told him I would regret it if I didn't do it, and I did regret it. From Sega CD, 1994.
Oh, same year, but CD. Sweet. All right, let's play the audio.
It's not epic.
It's got a slight Unreal Tournament music vibe. Well, that's just my digestive system after overdosing. All right, man, this is gonna be tricky. Tell me my options.
Isn't it amazing? It sounds so good. I was like, I'm playing this game. I think the reason why I regretted not getting that Sega CD is after I watched this and I was like, holy, that just sounds so freaking good. All right, so is it A, Flink, B, Starblade, C, Battle Frenzy, D, Soulstar?
Oh man, these are all real.
All real Sega CD games from 1994.
Who makes a game called Flank? That's weird.
Flink!
All right,
Take that, Flink.
I don't think it's Flink. Starblade could be. Battle Frenzy.
I have the Starblade, you have the Soul Stone.
I don't know what Starblade is, but it seems more possible than Flink. See, Battle Frenzy, I don't know. I don't know what Battle Frenzy is. That reminds me of the Xbox game that Bill Gates liked.
Oh, yeah.
What's that called?
The Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy.
We had a whole episode on that, didn't we?
We did.
Soulstar is D.
Soulstar is D. D.
I love a good D. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with
You heard
D.
it here first.
I'm doing D.
You going with the D, you think? Mm-hmm. All right.
I have no idea.
Scott, I've got bad news for you.
Damn it.
It's D. Soulstar. You
D.
did it.
Yahoo!
Woo!
Hey, what is Soulstar? Why is that familiar?
It's a rail shooter, third-person shooter for the Sega CD.
Okay.
And it came out, like I said, in let's see, worldwide release in 94. Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So if I look at some of the, I remember this. I had this.
It's so good.
That's why it's familiar. The name,
But
anyway.
it's also a
had this game.
32X. It was also a 32X, an Atari Jaguar CD, and PC were in development, but I don't know if they ever finished that one.
I thought this game was super cool when I had it.
This game is so freaking. It sounds so good too. And the scene I picked was like an underwater scene.
Yeah.
I want to say I had this on the Atari Jaguar too.
Might
I
have.
want to say that I have.
You might have it now. You got a Jag now.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Got a Jag now, baby.
I wonder if this
Big Jag off.
this isn't part of the 50 collection on the Atari stuff, is it? Or is it?
Ooh, I don't know. Is this? I wouldn't think so.
Oh man, I want to play this.
Yeah. Don't this look cool?
Yeah, you know what? I'm playing Soulstar.
Expect an upcoming episode on Soulstar. We got to play it.
Yeah, that game's cool. I forgot I owned it. I literally bought this, had this game. All right, let's move on now to welcoming something to retro. Garfield and his 9 lives. Yes, that's right. May 10th, 2006. Came out for the Game Boy Advance. It's 20 years old now. How are you going to celebrate?
By playing some Garfield games.
No.
Because when I saw this was coming up, dude.
I hate Garfield games.
All Garfield games?
Most
No.
of them. I played the more modern, like, cart one, and it was bad. It's all bad.
You didn't like the cart one?
No.
I liked the cart one. It's hard for me not to like a cart game, though. But yeah, look, Garfield is my comfort food. He's like my lasagna. And
he's my Mondays.
He's my Mondays. He's like my lasagna. Man, whenever I need to retreat, I watch Garfield and Friends. It's like, retreat. Life's too real.
What do you think of the Bill Murray movie where he's the voice? What do you think of that?
It's fine. Anything Garfield is fine by me. But mostly I like I said, Garfield and Friends and watching U.S. Acres and seeing all that stuff. But then I also like to occasionally hit a Garfield game here and there. And Garfield and his 9 lives, not one I played. So I'm thinking about maybe checking this one out now that it's 20 years old. And Game Boy Advance is one of my favorite systems.
Well, I'm telling you, Jim Davis, one of the great marketing minds of all cartoondom.
Yep.
That guy kind of changed the way we do stuff with comics, even though I think the comic is not that great. I think that he's transcended it.
It is. So if you ever read stuff like my favorite comparison, I think, is comparing Far Side and Garfield. Like the Far Side
ruled.
Some of my favorite things, some of my favorite comics ever is Far Side. Some of my least favorite things are the Far Side. Like if you buy the collection, you really start getting a better picture of how phenomenal it was sometimes and how just mundane it was other times. And Garfield was just always consistently
mundane.
Just mundane, It never got hilarious. There's only like one time I ever laughed out loud at a Garfield comic. It's just that unassuming.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But I always smile. I don't laugh, but it always like lightens my mood.
So here's where here's where Brian and I meet in the middle. No, I'm not a Garfield fan. He is. I'm a massive Far Side fan. He's an occasional one.
Right.
We meet in the middle with BC. That's where you and
BC's
I
good stuff.
You and I will eat off the same table when it comes to BC.
That's good. Yeah, let's do that.
Love that.
Yeah, we gotta, even if some of the characters don't exactly hold up.
There's some troublesome.
There's some troublesome characters. Yeah.
But
the lady.
Yeah.
The lady. We'll call her the lady because that's not what they call her.
I don't know if she's the lady, or she's not so much the problem as it is the men around her.
Oh yeah, it's not her fault. It's definitely the creator.
Yeah. Oh, I did like Wizard of Id as well by the same guy.
That was also a really good one.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was.
What's his name? What's wrong with my brain here?
The King?
The guy that wrote this stuff.
Gary Hart.
Gary Hart. Loved Gary Hart. He was fantastic. Man, look at this. Scott came FDM in the chat. This guy knows his old shit. Look at this.
Scott, That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scott's to get together and we listen to KMFDM.
That's right. That's what we do.
Those albums, dude. Oh, the album covers, the KMFDM album covers. Like, you couldn't even make those today. People would say they were AI if you did them today.
Oh, yeah.
They're so out there. Love that shit.
I see Calvin and Hobbes is always mentioned in our love for comics, and absolutely Calvin and Hobbes is...
Oh, it's all time for everyone
It
ever.
is like reading... It is like reading high art.
Yeah.
Even though lots of times it's just like, not really, but it really was. That guy... Yeah.
No, there's nothing like it. Calvin and Hobbes is if Garfield is like popular, Calvin and Hobbes is like crucial or something.
Yeah, if Garfield is lasagna, then Calvin and Hobbes is like steak, very complicated steak with like marbling.
Yeah, the best kind that you'd pay way too much money for.
Right.
Except he didn't want to make it too expensive, and he worked really hard to make it consumable by all of us.
Right.
I do love that.
Whatever. Give me my T-shirts. I get my Garfield T-shirts.
Give me my swag.
I want a T-shirt with Garfield and slippers. Drinking some coffee.
Love it. Well, anyway, Garfield and your 9 lives. You're in the team. You're 20 years old. But what you don't have is this. This is time for us to check out your feedback, and we got a couple of these today. This came to us at voicecast.app/playretro, and it is Trumbull the Grumble first up today.
Nice.
Says, hey guys, Trumble to Grumble here, and I wanted to know if you guys had any thoughts about the new Evercade handheld C64 stuff. Here's a link. I assume this is a trailer. Yeah, Brian and I had, I think, exchanged links. Or no, I said something online. Or what was I on Threads or something? I said, hey, Brian, check this out.
Yeah, and it's Evercade is working with. We can watch this commercial too if you want me to shut up.
No. I'm just gonna look at
there you go. So retro, what is it called? Retro Limited. Anyway, so there was a couple of companies that do retro stuff. They got together and they said, let's make some 8-bit handheld systems, and so they did the Speccy, the ZX Spectrum, as well as the Commodore 64, and they had those games on there. And the first thing I thought was, none of those games were made for handhelds. And I was like, how's that going to work?
Yeah.
But, I'm sure it's fine. So I don't know. I love handheld form factor. It is a clamshell. Mm-hmm. I love the styling because I love the look of the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum. Love both of those systems, how they look. One's got like this beige classic.
Oh, you can SD your
look.
card in. I didn't see that before.
Yes, and so like all retro limited, or what was that their name? Retro Limited. I can't remember the real company name. Hyper Megatech. We've dealt with them too. So Hyper Megatech is kind of like the bridge, because I sent you that Taito collection. That is them as well. And so I'm excited, and I'm also.
Are you nervous?
Nervous, apprehensive. I'm like, I just don't know. I'm like, I can't imagine it being a good experience without them taking. They put a lot of effort into the visualization and the styling of the system, which I'm excited about. It looks fantastic. It is so freaking sexy. But unless they spent the time to make sure that all the games that are included are like, real playable with that, I just don't know, because
maybe they did.
I don't know, but some things work out naturally because most of those systems had real big chunky sprites for the most part, so those will look good on a smaller little little IPS screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm really torn. So Trumble the Grumble. I wish I had a better answer. There's my thoughts on it though.
Reviews are coming, I'm sure. We'll get to hear.
Yeah, and I'm excited about it being a surprise hit.
Yeah.
And that would be nice.
It would be very nice. I would love that too.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great. We got one more here. It says, hey, PR pals.
Hi.
That's short for Play Retro, This guy's name is Paul. He says, why does Brian say a lots of times all the time?
Yeah. I mean, lots of times I do say that. Paul, you're not wrong.
Say that. You just now said it, and I went, "Oh yeah, that's what he means."
Yeah. I say that a lot. I don't know why I say it. Probably.
So
just
when you say, I'll say a lot of the time. I like to grab this. You would say a lots of times.
Lots of times.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. And
I don't
that's
have a problem
fine.
with it. It's fine.
Yeah. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. You can absolutely call me out on saying things that are like that is foreign to your ear.
Yeah.
But honestly, around here where I live, that's a pretty common thing to hear. And so I've probably just picked it up over time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just something that
I do that with stuff. I say
say
wait when I should say wait. I should say both
Right.
when I should say both. Like you pick up stuff from your local thing, your family, your upbringing, whatever. It's just the way it is. So lots of times is that. You sound like Mario saying lots of times. That's a lots of times.
It's a lots of times.
Yeah.
It's a Mario. But yeah, Paul, that is absolutely. And, for the most part, people around here tell me that around here, they say that usually the most often question posed to me is, where are you from? And I'm like, right here. Almost my entire life, dude. Almost my entire life. And why do you talk like that? And I'm like,
because that's where I live. Yeah.
Because I grew up.
Why do British people sound like the way they do? Because they grew up there. That's the way it works.
Right. There's a couple reasons why I sound the way I do and say the things that say. I was raised by the TV, so I have kind of that. I watched a lot of shows that were based on Middle America and like this almost non-accent, and then I'm also exposed to all these things that are around me too. So
would you say there were lots of things around you?
Lots of times. That's exactly what happens to people.
Yeah. Do you say, hey, someone around dinner, Dad, you want fries? I want a lots of fries.
I want a lots of fries.
Give me a lots of fries. All right. I have this to tell you fine folks at home, that we have a game all lined up for next week, and I'm pretty excited about this.
I could have swore we played this, and I was like, when Scott posted this, when I was like, we've already done that, dude.
I thought we did too, but we had only, I think we'd mentioned it in discussing like side-scrolling shoot-em-ups like,
we did the Neo Geo.
Not Metal Gear.
Yeah. We did Neo Geo Pocket Gunstar adjacent, Gunstar Heroes adjacent game.
What's the game called?
Why am I forgetting?
Metal Slug. Metal Slug.
Slug. Yeah.
They're like Metal Slug, but man, Gunstar Heroes all-timer. That thing is so freaking good, so fast, so awesome, such a fun running gun that we are just going to jump all over this one. I can't wait. We're going to do Gunstar Heroes next week. So watch for that. Get your Genesis out, blow out the cartridge. Get ready.
Was that on the Genesis Mini? Was that one of the ones we got?
I think so. One of them. Pretty sure the first one does. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have the one that does.
Yeah.
So that
would be the OG. That'd be the original Mini.
That'd be the way of playing it too. Yeah. You have the 2, which is the second style. The
Model 2.
Yeah, the Model 2.
Yeah, it looks like it was included. So if you've got the 2019 Sega Genesis Mini console and you haven't pulled it out in a while, Gunstar Heroes is on that, so you can play it just like it was intended with those three little Sega Genesis buttons.
Freaking! How many years ago was that now?
2019 is when the Mini.
So
Genesis
today's 2026, so 8 years ago?
Something like 7 years, right? 2019, 7, and then say 9, and then you say 10, and then you add 6, and then you say like, that would be 7.
That would be 7. That's crazy. But that's 7 years ago. Whatever.
Yeah.
What do I know? Hey, that's what we're doing next week, Gunstar Heroes, so get ready for that. In the meantime, I'd like to thank all our patrons who support us on patreon.com/playretro, and the reason that they're awesome is a lot of times they send us stuff. Lots of times they send us stuff.
Yeah, lots of times.
Like this question from Tanner P. Hey guys, wondering if you have a favorite NES game of all time, and he asked that via the Patreon. I do. It's a Balloon Fight. Brian, what's yours?
Oh, Punch Out.
Okay, fair. That's a good one.
Glass Joe.
We would never even hear from Tanner P if it wasn't for him and his support of us over at patreon.com/playretro, where you get no commercials ever. You get pre-show content every week that is real pre-show, like freaking heavy-duty pre-show. We did one today. Mm-hmm. And then you get the Watch Retro up there in archive format. We're going to do one tonight. So watch for that. It's going to be great. All kinds of reasons, too. None not to. That's over at patreon.com/playretro. That is going to do it for today's show. Brian, is there anything you'd like to say to close us out?
Yes, I smell something burning. I think it's my Apple IIe.
Oh, shit. Go buy some paper caps. That's it, everybody. Thanks, and have a great week. We'll see you next time for another episode of Play Retro. In the meantime, play something retro, and we'll see you then.
This has been a Frog Pants production. Find all our shows at frogpants.com.
Jet Force Gemini.